Hey guys, welcome back to another Belk Park cyclocross race
I was
for the
wondering why I
Super
was throwing off
Prestige
my game.
Series. We're
Hell yeah,
racing the
brother.
Cat B, and hell yeah, brother, cyclocross season is here. So here we go, whole shot. I'm going for it. I mess up my clip in, wrong gears, that's okay. Digging deep here to see what I can do. Pretty much what we're going to do is very similar to the last video. We're going to take you through the whole first lap and see how this first lap shakes out and see what we can do to be better next time. So these first few corners are super sweepy, super just like chill, great times in the drops. It's a great time. I was doing some testing beforehand, and yeah, I got the back wheel kind of up but not up high enough, and there we go. That's where you're supposed to grab your bike, by the way, when you fall. Grab it by the seat stay. Perfectly stable. Two guys go past me here, and off to the races, trying to get the heart rate back down while digging back to get back on. Which is silly that I took those barriers at that speed. I had such a big gap. I mean, if I would have just like slowed down just a little bit, took them a little bit safer, like I do late in subsequent laps, life would be okay, and we would be solid. So here we go. Fast, pedally sections. I'm trying to breathe, so no longer in the drops. Just trying to get as much air into my lungs as possible, which I'm sure you can hear in the background just the whole way through, which is fine. Once again, sweepy corners. This course was so much fun. It was flat. Oh, there's the pit. We'll be seeing a lot of that here soon. But super flat, a little bit punchy. That's okay. That guy almost blew the corner, which allows me back on. But heart rate's still pegged, and I just couldn't continue to pedal. And we'll see a few mistakes I make here because, once again, heart rate's up. I've already made one mistake, and unfortunately mistakes are like ACL tears. Once you do it once, you're going to make a bunch of them. So here we go. Go wide into the mistake, take something out. Gap opens right back up. This is why you can't make mistakes, guys, because look at that. They're already like 2 seconds up there, like a second and a half up there. That's crazy, and like one corner of me messing up. So here we go, and we're going through this corner. This super late turn in. Felt super good. Right hand turn, left hand turn, right hand turn. Pedal strike. Weighted super far on the inside. There we go. I go down again. Shit. I think I said. And as I'm getting back up, once again, I didn't have to go that hard. The MICDS kid goes in front of me. Fine. He's in like flats, it looks, which is embarrassing for me. It's okay. He's young. So he rides away from me. He's gone. Just absolutely shelled. Which is kind of funny because who knows? Who knows what happened there? So I'm sitting fourth wheel, just fine. We're fixing to go through the off-camber barrier, which I had a theory that if you rode the high line, bunny hop to the bottom, you'd be able to ride that, and that's something that you could do. But considering how much I was not comfortable riding barriers after just toppling over, I figured I would chill. This line, I got right later on. This was not it. Absolutely not it. Yeah. So here we go. Another pedal strike. That's pedal strike number 2. So I've had one down, 2 pedal strikes. Another guy goes by me. P5. We're about to see some awkwardness come up here in just a second as we kind of go through this windy, twisty section. About to hit the paved path for the first time. This long paved path. Really do a lot of work to catch back up here, but honestly, I was just trying to stay with the group. I figured if I stayed with them, I could make passes later if need be. We're coming up on a single speeder here. Everything gets a little awkward, a little argy-bargy. Down the hill here, I'm back on the wheel. I'm pedaling. Whoop, grab a bunch of brakes. I was about to run into him. Feel all my momentum going into the uphill. And then there's cyclery guy goes past the other cyclery guy on a single speed. And my CDS kid goes by here. Kill all my momentum. It's really hard to ride behind other people in cyclocross. Sometimes it's better just to leave yourself a little bit of a gap. And I'll take a second here to try to get around. Just never felt like the right time. Called it here. Coming by on your left, on your inside. Take the corner. And back onto the road I go. No pedal strike there. I will pedal strike there a lot. I think the next 2 laps I pedal strike there, which is super awkward. Got the my wife's family out. My wife's oldest brother, his wife, and their 3 kids, and the oldest one's boyfriend all came out to witness this catastrophe. The wife and I are both racing in this, guys, by the way. We'll see her at the very, very end, because I lap her right before the end. So we're chilling, right? Solid, good. 5th P5. They're strung out behind me. I'm not super concerned about it. This corner right here took somebody out in the pre-ride, and it's just a little awkward. You have to sprint out of the corner, and that's just kind of how you have to do it, because if you take it too fast, you will low side into the ground. That's not cool. So back up a speed here. These are not my best series of corners by far. And once I get settled into the race, going at a race pace, it's fine. So this is like my favorite section of this course. It was super windy, super twisty. You can carry all your speed through it. It's kind of technical. In theory, you can pedal through most of it. I was brushing a little bit. I think it was mostly because of my tire pressure. It was just a little bit low in the rear, so I think that was causing my whole bike to sag just a little too much. Now that I'm thinking back on it, because after I put this bike in the pit for low PSI in the rear, I got it back, and this whole situation ran a little bit smoother. So here we go, kind of through this section. They've ridden away from me. They're gone, and I'm sitting P5. Stressed because this is not the response that I thought I was going to be having to this race. But you know what? P5 is far better than last week's P9. Yeah. That's okay. There's less people in this race. There's 17 in this race. There was 21 in last week. But here we go. Some off-camera stuff. Just kind of a little awkward. This corner was kind of awkward, but if you take it well, you can maintain your speed. This corner grips the whole way around. Super nice. 10 out of 10. Would ride again. And then this corner was super awkward. As you can tell, the tape's already down lap 1. Somebody ran through it. It is what it is. And Tom, being the awesome race director he is, decides to make this uphill finish here to the barriers. Uphill barriers are something I'm constantly working on, because I always feel like I'm going to carry too much speed into them, but I never carry enough speed into them. It's kind of awkward. But you can see, they're right there. They're right in front of me. So maybe if they have a little falling off later, I can catch back on.
Hey, I'm going to draw my bike up the pit. Can somebody put in 2 more PSI in the rear?
There I am, asking for some PSI in the rear. Drop off my bike a few corners later, because Jamie's a rock star and is the pit. I don't think she was ready for me to throw a bike at her.
Yeah, I'll get it back
but
later.
That's okay. Grab my second bike, off I go. Guess what? Tire pressure on the rear of this was low as well. I think I just set him up a little too low. There we go. Mo Farah. At this point in time, I realized Matthew is right behind me, and all last year he was riding away from me like I was sitting still. So take a slightly compromise line here. Let him go by. Hey, you want to go by?
Yeah, that's all right.
Off he goes. Perfect. P6. That's fine. Have him show me the lines, because he's a little faster than me, and I don't think it's all power. I think there's some skill in this that I don't have. But needless to say, he opens up a gap, and then we just kind of ride this gap the whole way the rest of the course. So he was a little bit faster than me in a few corners, got this little bit of a gap, and now we just kind of ride this same distance apart until the start-finish line. We go by the pits again. I don't pit to pick up the second bike, because it's kind of going into the twisty bit that I really enjoy, and figured it was going to be for the best to take that lead. So here we go, coming through the start finish line again. Matt is right there. Coming into the pits. Jamie's ready for the bike toss that time. Grab the second bike. I'm Mo Farah, boys. We are running. Jay and a cycler guy go by me. Fine. Jay was complaining about how he was drinking all night and didn't have things ready, but here he is. He's chased back Matthew, which is an impressive ride, actually. Matthew's fast. So I go on by Jay here when we get back on the concrete because I think I can close this gap to Matthew. And we are coming up to the last lap, so might as well be with the most number of people as possible to try to make as many gains in position. We work better. We're going to work faster as a group than we are solo. Once again, Matthew's a little faster through here, which is fine. Closing a little bit there, open a little bit here. It is what it is. This next corner is really where he makes up a lot of time, and I have to close a gap on the running section in just a second. Yeah, you see I take it wrong. Boom, he's gone. Just a 10th open up right there, and it's a lot to close a 10th at the end of a race. Up the hill that Tom loves to put in. Oh, look at me closing the gap on the uphill, running like Usain Bolt. Get back on the bike. We're racing bar to bar here, and there I go back by him. And now I'm just thinking, okay, we have one lap to go. Sit here on the front and chill. Robert, my good buddy here, had different ideas. There he goes, digging. Fine, whatever. He's gonna pull around. That's fine. There's enough of a draft here to enjoy this. And I am all over his rear wheel right now. Maybe not in that corner. That was a bad example. But I'm all left and right of his rear wheel, and that unfortunately ends poorly for me. We'll get to see in just a second. Watch this. Successfully ride the barriers. Boom. Boom. Perfect. My brother-in-law is yelling, "Go get him, Justin, go get him. Get on his wheel, get on his wheel." So I take like 4 hard pedal strokes here. Close the gap. It was more than that. Just counting there, it's a lot. Let's take a few hard pedal strokes, close the gap, and go into this corner a little faster than expected. Ran a little wide. It's fine. We're there or thereabouts. Left hand turn, right hand turn, left hand turn, right hand turn. And then one thing that I've only done on the road once on a training ride with a buddy, we're going up here and I cross wheels from just the inside. Boom, we rub.
Yeah,
you can hear it there. I'm frustrated. It's my 3rd time down of the day. Just pissed off. 4 dudes come running by me. Jay's one of them. That's frustrating. I haven't lost a Jay in a while, and with him being out all night, it's not looking good for my chances this year of winning the Justin J competition. So ultimately what ends up happening is I roll around, just try to keep pressure on the pedals, come by Matt again, make up 1 more position, and I think right there as we saw, Tyler was coming up behind me, which Tyler's a strong dude. He's been working real hard. And I'm digging here.
Baby, come on.
Here we go. Go by the wife at the very end, the last few corners, in the awkward positions.
Go high. Yeah. Good job, baby.
Yeah, the sound of cyclocross. Puking your guts out as you're coming towards the end of a race. Just trying to keep it all in. She unfortunately got to the finish line, crawled over to the side, and saw her lunch and breakfast and dinner from the past 3 days. So here we go. Average power too high, average power too low, average power too high, and I had 3 wrecks. So that kind of sucks, but once again, thanks Tom at the Cyclery for doing these great, awesome races. I definitely do appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell, and we will see you next week. Thanks everybody for coming out and hanging out with me. Bye.